Good morning, guys. We are ready for Saxon Phonics Lesson 112. And remember, yesterday we practiced and were introduced to that doubling rule where we had to double those consonants in the middle if we gave it 2 check marks. So today we're going to learn about something completely new. All right, we're going to really quickly warm up with our letter name card. So let's start right here. We have final syllable T-I-O-N. Then we have digraph U-E. Diphthong O-U, combination E-R, trigraph I-G-H, vowel Y, digraph or diphthong O-W, final syllable T-L-E, digraph A-Y, diphthong O-Y, digraph E-Y, digraph A-W, final syllable D-L-E, digraph E-A, digraph A-U. Then we have combination O-R, combination I-R, combination A-R, digraph A-I, digraph O-A, final syllable G-L-E, combination Q-U, final syllable B-L-E, digraph C-H, Y, digraph P-H, diphthong O-I, and then final syllable F-L-E. All right, guys, so here's what you're going to do. I'm going to say some sounds, and you're going to try to listen to the sound in the initial position. Remember that first position, okay? So if I say knife, knee, knock. Now try to echo them back with me. Ready? Knife, knee, knock. What did you hear at the beginning of those words? That's right. We heard the n sound. Look at these words and tell me what letters you think make that sound. Look. Knife, knee, knock. There are 2 letters that make that n sound. That K and the N make that n sound. Which one of the words you guys noticed is one of our sight words, know. When you say I know something, it actually can have that K in too. Okay, let's try another one. Are you ready? Listen to the beginning of these words. Gnat, gnaw, gnome. Can you repeat them with me? Gnat, gnaw, gnome. That's right, you hear that n sound at the beginning again. So what 2 letters do you think in these words make that sound? Gnat, gnaw, gnome. That's right, the G and the N come together and make that n sound. So KN says n and GN says n too. All right, let's try another one. Are you ready? This one's tricky. Wrap, wrist, wren. Try them with me. Wrap, wrist, wren. What sound do you hear at the beginning? That sound. That's right. Look at these words and tell me what letters you think make that sound. That's right. We have wrist, wrap, and wren. It's the WR. And you guys have noticed this too when we write the word write, because it's W-R-I-T-E is another one. So there are 2 letters that make this sound. And what do all these words have in common? That's right, there's a silent letter in each of them. Because listen, KN says N, so the K is silent. GN says N, the G was silent. And WR says and the W was silent. So, people who study languages believe that the silent letters used to be pronounced, but now they are called ghost letters because you can't hear them, ghost letters. So the letter clusters KN, GN, and WR are 2 letters that come together to make one sound. We call these letter clusters digraphs. Remember, 2 letters that make one sound is a digraph. But these are special ones. We call these ghost letter digraphs. These ghost letter digraphs, these are called ghost letter digraphs since they are different. So we call them ghost letter digraphs. And so we know that digraphs are going to be underlined. So look how crazy this looks. The K and the N is underlined each time, underline each time. The G and the N is underlined, underlined, underlined. WR, underlined, underlined, underlined. And we always cross off that silent sound. So the K is always going to be crossed off in it. The G is always going to be crossed off, and the W is always going to be crossed off. Okay, so here are our new ghost letter digraph letter and sound cards, okay? So we have, when we see this, we're going to say ghost digraph GN because it's kind of quiet. Are you ready? Let's try that again. Ghost digraph GN. When we see this one, we're going to say ghost digraph KN. And the next one, ghost digraph WR. All right, and for GN, you can think of the insect a gnat, because gnat starts with that GN. So we'll say gnat. So we'll say ghost digraph GN. And then for KN, we're going to use the word not. So we'll say not. Ghost digraph KN. And then for WR, we're going to say reef. So reef. Ghost digraph WR. All right, so we added a couple new cards today, so you have to look carefully. Over here in the corner, we have ghost digraph KN. Down here, we have ghost digraph GN. Over here, we have ghost digraph WR. And then on our letter sound cards, we have, let's see if you can find them. There's one, reef. And we're going to say ghost digraph WR. And then we have right here the gnat. So we'll say ghost digraph GN. And then down at the bottom we have not. Ghost digraph KN. All right, we're going to practice spelling some words with those ghost digraphs real quick, okay? So the first one that I pulled up here is that GN, okay? All right, so I have the N and the G up here, and then I'm going to pull up my O and my M and my E. So then when I put it together, it's N-ome, gnome, very good. And let's change it. Let's try it with an A and a T. Now I have N-at, gnat, perfect. All right, let's change our ghost letter digraph to KN. So if I have KN up there, what happens if I pull I-F-E up here? Then I'd have knife. Knife, very good. What if I pull E up here? Now I have knee, very good. What if I have E-A-D up here? Then I have knead. This is the type of knead like when you're kneading bread. So I know it's a little bit different than what we've seen. All right, you guys did an awesome job making words. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pull out our activity sheet so we can practice using those ghost digraphs GN, KN, and WR. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and start our activity sheet by warming up with some spelling sounds. So if I say the sound, how do you spell the sound? That's right, that's that short E. How about the like thimble? TH, perfect. How about the D sound? D, or it can be final, D or ED. Remember, sometimes that ED makes just the D sound. How about P, perfect. How about NG, good job. And then what about the T sound? T or ending, T or ED. How about the Z sound? Z or S can make that sound. How about N? N, very good. And then number 9, how about the ah sound? O, very good. And then how about the w sound? W. W, good job. All right, let's try to spell some words. If I want to spell with, what do I hear? W, very good. Then the I, and then the th, very good. How about wish? So W, then the I, and then sh, good job. All right, number 13, what about gnat? Gnat. Now I hear the N at the beginning, but this is one I just have to know that it's actually that G in, that ghost letter. N, A, and then T. Good job. How about no? No. At the beginning of no, I hear that N sound, but remember it's that K-N. No. Now remember, can I leave an O by itself at the end? Not usually. It's usually that O-W together. What about write? Like I'm going to write something down. I hear that but I know it's going to be W-R instead. I. Long I, T, but for it to be that long I, it's got to have a sneaky E. Very good. All right, what about the word knee? What do you see that I need to code in the word knee? Well, first of all, I see that what I just learned about that K-N ghost letter digraph. And I know because it's a ghost letter, I need to cross off that N. What else do you see? I see that E-E. And I know when E-E is together, I'm going to underline it. It's going to be a long E and a sneaky E at the end. So N-E. It sounds just like 2 letters. What about in the next one? What do you see? Oh, I've got that ing suffix that I need to mark first. And then what else do I have? I've got an I in front of a G, so it's going to be short. And then that GN is right there, so I need to underline it. That G is going to be silent, because when I sound it out, I'm going to say sign. Signing. Now listen though. I. That actually makes a long I sound. So that is part of a rule breaker. So we're going to change it to that long I. If I tried to sound it out, sinning, that doesn't sound right, does it? All right, what about our next word? What do you see? I've got that K-N ghost letter digraph. So remember, I underline it, and then that K is going to get marked off. What else do I have? I've got CK, that's right, and I've got to mark off that C, and then my O is in front of CK. Remember, any vowel in front of CK is always going to be short. So knock. So I've got knee, signing, knock. What about on number 19? What do you see? Well, it ends in S, so I need to box off that S. What else does it have? It's got that W-R, that's right. So remember, we're going to cross off the W because it is silent. What else does it have? It's got TH that I can underline, and then look, it's got EA in the middle. Now, EA is the tricky part. Remember, it can have 3 different sounds. So one of the ways we can sound it out is long E, silent A, and if I did that, it would be wreaths. Does that make sense? Yes, wreaths are right here. Okay, what about our next one? What do you see on number 20? It's got that WR again, so I'm going to underline it. Remember, silent W, and then it's got an I in front of an S, so it's going to be short. So wrist. So let's read those one more time. Knee, signing, knock, wreaths, and wrist. Very good. All right, on number 21, what do you see that I need to code there? Well, I've got that AR, so I'm going to go ahead and combine them. Look right here, though. I've got a G in front of an E. And what do I know about when G and E are together? When G or E are together, I'm going to put a dot on it because it's going to make that J sound. Large. J. I don't hear that E, so I need to mark it off. Large. Very good. What about our next word? What do I need to start with? Well, I don't have any endings or anything. Let's see where my vowels are. I've got an A, and I've got an I, and I've got a consonant in between. So usually when I have that vowel, consonant, vowel pattern, remember I'm going to break it apart in front of that, behind that first vowel. So now over here, I've got CA. Well, that A is in front of that wall. So remember, it's the end of the syllable. So that A would be open, so that A is going to be long. So K, A, K. And then I've got the I in front of the N, so it'd be short. Cabin. Does that sound right? No. Well, we tried it the way we're supposed to. Let's go back and try it a different way. Remember, if it doesn't work after that first vowel, I can move it over, and then I can try it. Vowel in front of the consonant, so it's going to be short. I in front of the consonant, so it's going to be short. K-ab. Cab-in. Cabin. Does that sound better? Yes. Remember, we can always try it the way that the rule, and then sometimes we go back and fix it the way for the rule breaker. So large and cabin. All right, on number 23, what do you see? Oh, something we learned about last week. It's that digraph PH. And there's an A in front of it, so it's going to be short. So graph. Graph. Good job. And we see that there's a graph right there, so I'm going to go ahead and connect it. All right, on number 24, what do you see that we need to do? I've got that OU letter combination, or diphthong, so I need to mark it. But look, I've got a vowel over here and a vowel here with the consonant. So remember, a lot of times I've got to break it apart after that first vowel. So let's see. It should be a long A sound, right? Because it's in front of that. But look what happens. A loud. Is that how we usually pronounce that? A loud? No, remember, it's going to make that silly schwa sound. Aloud, aloud. All right, so we had large, cabin, graph, and aloud, and we're actually going to skip number 25. Now on the back. Remember, this is what we've been practicing. We've got some verbs. Well, we know which ones our verbs are because a lot of times it gives us a clue with that ing at the end. Ing, ing, ing. And then we have some other words in here that we can add. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to make a sentence. So right here, this word, I'm just going to start with this word right here. I'm going to sound it out. Swimming. So what could I say is swimming on this page? That's right. I see that the fish is swimming. So I'm going to find the word fish. Okay. Ooh, and there's another word actually in here we can use. Look right here. Whoops. Tank. So I could say the fish is swimming. Where's he swimming at? In the tank. And look, I took care of 3 words right there. Let's try another one. Are you ready? What about girl? What's the girl doing? I have a girl right here. What is she doing? She's saying 2 plus 1, so what is she doing? She's solving what? A math problem, isn't she? So I can take those words. So I could say, the girl is solving a math problem. Good job. And the next couple we're just going to try to use and see if we can figure out on our own. Are you ready? So what about teacher? What's the teacher doing? The teacher, we could say the teacher is reading. What is she reading? I could say she's reading to the children, or I could say she's reading books. So I could use those words. Okay. All right, you guys did an awesome job. I'll see you later.